Okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of being appointed to a position and being given because you're just a certain gender is really not the best way to deal with it, in my view.
I think when we look at the gender rule, for a very long time it has been confused to only mean that it is there to address the women in the space. But remember, the 2/3 gender rule applies to men. If they are the minority, then that law applies, you know. Yeah. So then question is, as we talk about elective positions, we talk about appointive positions. Do we have that in us, say, as the President of the Republic, in my appointment, that I know as a bare minimum that I must meet the 2/3 gender rule? That individuals that I'm even appointing, I'm not just appointing them because they were in my campaign, whatever, but I'm appointing individuals who will help me achieve my mandate, will help me deliver for the people of Kenya, and that it is not a question that someone has to go to court because you have not met the appointments, because you know by default you are supposed to do it. You know, when it comes to the nomination as well, when it comes to the what do you call it, nominations within political parties, do political parties understand what they are required to do to achieve the 2/3 gender rule? So it comes to the nomination, right?
Yeah.
It comes to them as well being the champions of that article in the Constitution and making it aware for its members that, oh yeah, this is where we are as a people. This is what the Constitution says. We have gone through individuals who are interested to run for our party, and we have selected individuals that we are offering to you based on criteria, based on their performance, based on their credentials, and these are the people that we're giving unto you to be able to be elected through our political party. Because for a very long time, we find political parties have not picked the gender question and run with it.
No, they can't.
It only becomes a conversation when they have not met the threshold, but they never get to talk about it. But let me read this comment that has been shared here by Smokey MC Bandit, who says, gender isn't about two sexes, by the way. That's what he's saying. That even that is unknown shows a lot of people engage the country and citizenry with a lack of knowledge and a lot of inconsideration that is harmful. You know, so when you talk about gender, like when we talk about the gender equality question, people always think of, that is a women's issue.
Which is, and I said, it's all about understanding. What do we understand by the gender problem? Did we engage Kenyans fully? Or at the point of framing this constitution, was it assumed that it's only women who have not been given the opportunity to be in spaces? Maybe because of our culture, that's the reason. But then I think there has to be a concerted effort and a conscious decision that we need to meet this. If we are not meeting what the law requires, we are breaking the law. And as it is, the government...
We have done that consistently.
And we don't seem to care because, flip it, and as I said, what if it was men who were in that position? Wouldn't they be fighting? So we, as a country, maybe we need to relearn, to understand, or just decide this part of the Constitution we don't need.
Yeah, and you see, that's the most difficult position to find ourselves in, because then you'd find that those who are champions for the same will come out and say, yo, no, as the society where we are, we must have equity in the representation and everybody must have a seat at the table. You know, but as a country, as much as we've seen that this is difficult for us to achieve, it is important for us to be intentional for us to achieve
That's the word, intentional.
We have to be intentional, because that is what has been lacking. The intention to implement the same, and that has to come from the political parties, not political parties, not even political class, the political parties themselves, you know, because you'll find political parties, again, have not taken the gender question as an important topic of debate.
It's a footnote.
It's a footnote.